why we don't believe that we can do it better. We have to believe, we have to be positive to try to change the things. This is why we have to, we're not going to give up. You know, the only give up to the guys.
When people see the spotlight, they think that's where legends are born. They think trophies, fame, applause, that's the full story. What they never see are the mornings when the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and the body begs to stay in bed. They don't see the brutal training sessions when the legs are heavy and the heart is tired. They don't hear the voice inside that says enough and the louder voice that answers not yet. This isn't about talent. This isn't about luck. This is about something far deeper. Something built in the silence and carved through sacrifice. Because greatness is built in silence and sacrifice. Greatness is built in silence and sacrifice. When people talk about greatness, they often speak of the moments that are broadcast to the world. The last-minute goal, the championship win, the standing ovation. But true greatness isn't built under the bright lights. It's built far away from the noise, in silence where no one is watching. It is in those lonely mornings when the body is tired and the mind whispers to give up that greatness takes its first real breath. It's the choice to get out of bed before anyone else, to hit the gym when everyone else is still dreaming. It's the runs made in the pouring rain, the extra reps done when nobody's counting, the shots taken after practice when the stadium is empty and the night is cold. Sacrifice is not glamorous. It demands a heavy price. It means missing out on parties, gatherings, even family celebrations. It means giving up simple pleasures that most people never think twice about. Every decision matters. What to eat, when to sleep, who to spend time with. The margin between good and great is razor thin, and every choice either builds or destroys that edge. Those who chase greatness understand this deeply. They know that while the world enjoys their holidays, they must grind. While the world sleeps in, they must wake up earlier. Every moment is a decision. Comfort or growth, distraction or focus, average or exceptional. Greatness doesn't crave applause. It craves purpose. It doesn't seek validation. It seeks progress. In the silence, without cameras, without social media, without instant praise, the real warriors are met. That silence becomes a sanctuary, a place where battles are fought and won long before the competition begins. Sacrifice, too, becomes a companion, not an enemy. It stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like privilege. The privilege to become something few, to become something few even doubt. The reality is most people are not willing to pay that price. They want the rewards without the sacrifices, the glory without the grind. But the story of greatness is different. It is a story of obsession, a story of saying no 1,000 times to say yes to wandering. It's built on nights spent sweating instead of sleeping, on days when quitting seems logical but fighting seems necessary. It's built on lonely victories that no one will ever clap for, but that will eventually shape the moments everyone celebrates. And those who reach true greatness understand that the real stage is not the stadium, it's the mind. It's the discipline in training, the hunger in preparation, the attitude when no one is clapping. Silence becomes a mirror, and sacrifice becomes a weapon. Every drop of sweat, every ignored temptation, every painful repetition etches itself into the very soul, shaping a person into something the world eventually can't ignore. Greatness is not accidental, it is not inherited, it is not given to the lucky. It is created in the trenches of discipline and the valleys of sacrifice. It's the person who shows up every day, whether they feel like it or not, whether they are celebrated or forgotten, whether they win or lose. It is not the loudest in the room who becomes great. It is the most committed, the most relentless, the one who chooses to stay on the path when everyone else looks for an easier way. There is no shortcut to greatness. There is no hack, no easy path. It is a hard, lonely, disciplined road paved by silent hours and brutal sacrifices. Only those who embrace that reality ever reach the mountaintop. Only those who fall in love with the silence, who honor the sacrifice, can one day stand and call themselves truly great. Work ethic is forged, not gifted. Work ethic is not something you are born with. It's not a talent passed down by genetics or a lucky trait gifted by fate. It is built, hammered and molded through endless repetition, through disciplined choices made day after day after day after day. Just like steel is forged in fire, true work ethic is created in moments of resistance, discomfort, and determination. At first, the body protests. The mind looks for an easier path. Excuses creep in. It's too early. It's too hard. It's too painful. But champions know that those moments are exactly when the real work begins. They know that every excuse killed, every comfort zone broken, adds another layer to their armor. Work ethic is not born from easy victories. It is born from struggles that test character and forge resilience. Nobody starts with perfect discipline. It's a muscle that must be trained just like the body. It's built through hundreds of decisions, waking up early when the bed feels warm, pushing through the extra set when the muscles scream for rest, choosing healthy meals when cravings strike. Every decision to act despite discomfort, despite fatigue, despite doubt, these are the fires that forge an unstoppable work ethic. The truth is, motivation fades. There are days when inspiration is nowhere to be found. On those days, work ethic becomes the engine. It drives action without needing emotion. It becomes automatic, almost mechanical. A habit that demands excellence even when the mind begs for ease. That is why work ethic is so powerful. It removes the need for feelings to dictate actions. It makes discipline a lifestyle, not a reaction. Training your mind to show up regardless of circumstances builds a foundation stronger than any temporary motivation. Champions are not champions because they feel like training every day. They are champions because they have taught themselves to train, especially on the days they don't feel like it. They have hardened themselves to resist the pull of laziness, to reject the comfort that weakens ambition. Forging a strong work ethic means embracing the grind when there's no guarantee of quick rewards. It means falling in love with the process instead of the outcome. The daily routine, the early mornings, the brutal workouts, the endless drills becomes a source of pride. The repetition that others find boring becomes a secret weapon. Each session, each effort, each sacrifice becomes another strike on the anvil, shaping greatness one blow at a time. Work ethic is also about consistency under pressure. It's easy to work hard when everything is going well. The true test comes when obstacles rise, when failure strikes, when critics doubt you. In those moments, work ethic stands firm. It does not flinch. It does not bend. It continues to push forward, fueled not by circumstances, but by an inner code. An unbreakable promise to outwork everyone. Every day, no one can give you work ethic. It can be bought, borrowed, or stolen. It must be earned, built brick by brick, action by action. It demands suffering. It demands commitment. It demands a willingness to do more than what is expected, to go further than what is comfortable. It demands that you become the hardest worker, not because someone is watching, but because you refuse to settle for anything less than the very best version of yourself. Obsession beats talent every time. Talent alone is never enough. The world is full of people with potential who never made it because they relied on talent and ignored the grind. Obsession is what separates the few from the many. It's the fire that makes you train when your body is exhausted, that drives you to repeat the basics until they become perfection. Obsession means you don't just work hard when you feel good. You work harder when everything inside you says, stop. It forces you to watch your performance, correct every mistake, refuse to accept good enough. Talent is a gift, obsession is a choice. When talent meets obstacles, it often folds. When obsession meets obstacles, it becomes stronger. Obsession is ruthless. It demands everything. It's the voice that whispers when the world is silent, the force that pulls you back to the field, the gym, the grind. It's the difference between wanting it and needing it so badly that nothing else matters. Consistency over comfort, always. Comfort is the enemy of progress. It tricks you into thinking you've done enough when greatness demands more. True champions never chase comfort, they chase improvement. Consistency is showing up every day, rain or shine, success or failure, joy or pain. It's doing the work on the days you feel unstoppable and especially on the days you feel broken. Comfort makes you lazy, consistency makes you unstoppable. It's easy to work when you're motivated. It's consistency that defines who works when motivation fades. Every rep, every session, every discipline choice builds momentum. Over time, consistency crushes natural talent, destroys short bursts of effort, and creates legends. It's not about having the best day once. It's about having good days stacked on top of each other, building an unstoppable force of preparation, resilience, and hunger that no challenge can break. Every setback is fuel for the fire. Setbacks are not signs to quit, they are signals to rise stronger. Every injury, every defeat, every rejection adds another log to the fire burning inside. When most people break, champions ignite. Setbacks expose weaknesses, and with that exposure comes an opportunity. An opportunity to improve, to evolve, to rebuild even tougher than before. Failure is not a curse, it's a weapon sharpened by those who refuse to accept defeat. Every doubt, every failure, every fall becomes a spark that fuels the relentless desire to come back better, faster, stronger. Instead of running from pain, champions run through it, absorb it, and turn it into unstoppable energy. The more the world tries to push them down, the higher they aim to climb, fueled by a fire that only setbacks could create. Potential means nothing without action. Potential is worthless without the work to back it up. The world is full of people with natural gifts who never rise because they think talent is enough. Champions know potential is just the starting line. Action is what moves the needle forward. Every hour spent training, every moment spent perfecting the craft turns raw potential into real power. Without action, potential rots and disappears. Dreams remain dreams, promises are broken, and greatness fades before it ever begins. Action transforms possibility into achievement. It demands sweat, sacrifice, and relentless focus. It demands discipline to act even when the excitement is gone. Every moment you choose action over excuses, you separate yourself from the pack. Talent may open the door, but action is what kicks it down and claims the prize inside. Daily improvement is the true mission. The goal is never to be perfect. The goal is to be better than yesterday. Every day brings a new chance to sharpen the skills, strengthen the body, and harden the mind. Champions don't seek overnight success. They focus on daily victories, no matter how small. Improvement is a habit built through repetition and ruthless honesty about weaknesses. It's not about massive leaps every day, but about consistent steps forward. Some days the progress is obvious, other days it's hidden deep within the struggle. But the mission stays the same. Improve. Every drill, every workout, every discipline choice feeds into the bigger picture. Growth becomes a lifestyle, not an occasional moment. Those who commit to daily improvement never plateau because every single day is an opportunity to level up. Success demands relentless responsibility. Success isn't luck. It's a burden carried by those willing to own every moment. No blaming, no excuses, no shortcuts. Champions take responsibility for everything. The wins, the losses, the training, the mindset. They don't wait for the perfect coach, the perfect situation, or the perfect timing. They create their own path by taking full control of their preparation and their performance. Responsibility means setting the standards higher than anyone else would, and holding yourself accountable when no one is watching. It's understanding that every decision either moves you closer to success or further away from it. The journey demands brutal honesty, discipline, and an unshakable sense of ownership over the mission. True responsibility turns pressure into power and expectations into fuel. Limits exist only to be broken. Limits are not walls. They are invitations to go further. Most people accept the limits life hands them, but champions see them as challenges waiting to be shattered. Every time the body says it's tired, every time the mind whispers it's too much, that's the signal to push harder. Limits are tested in the moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. They are broken by those who refuse to be defined by yesterday's best or doubt. Growth only happens when comfort zones are destroyed, when personal records are not just met but left behind. Those who chase greatness do not fear limits. They hunt them down and crush them. They live in a mindset where impossible is just a word waiting to be rewritten through relentless effort and unbreakable belief. Greatness is a daily war within yourself. The real battle is not against opponents, it's against your own mind. Every day there's a fight between comfort and ambition, fear and courage, doubt and belief. Champions wake up knowing that the hardest enemy they will face is the weaker version of themselves trying to survive. Winning this war requires discipline when motivation disappears, strength when exhaustion hits, and clarity when distractions call. It's about making the harder choice every time, sacrificing short-term pleasure for a long-term victory. Every workout, every decision, every sacrifice is a strike against weakness. The war is fought silently without recognition, but its victories are written in every trophy, every moment of true greatness carved out of relentless self-conquest. If you want greatness, you have to earn it every single day. No shortcuts, no excuses. This is Cristiano Ronaldo, where limits are destroyed and legends are born. Stay hungry, stay relentless, stay unstoppable.